This is frickin' weird. Watch this. Clear bottle. Twist. Yeah. That's weird. That is oh so weird. And tasty. Are you ready for this? BAM! Welcome back to the old style of video circa like 2016. So really hasn't been that long, but yeah, we're going back to this whole setup because I've completely redone the workshop with special thanks to Brett and Ryan. Now I can hopefully increase my productivity tenfold. I do need to get a new extension cable, but get used to seeing this view because that's what we're going to be doing for the near conceivable future. The only problem I kind of have is trying to shoot outdoor footage because, of course, it's Washington and it's raining horribly, and that's kind of delayed this video a little bit, but I know you're interested in seeing the new BOOMco Halo Blaze of Glory. This is the pump-action shotgun from Halo 5 Guardians in a specific skin called the Blaze of Glory, and it actually does look pretty freaking awesome. I know people have been excited for a blaster like this, and it's never come out from BOOMco. And I know I said BOOMco is dead, and I still pretty much say they are dead. In fact, this is like one of the only products that wears the BOOMco name, which it actually doesn't wear the BOOMco name anywhere on the front of it. It's only on like the bottoms and stuff that it says BOOMco anywhere. So yeah, BOOMco's still essentially dead. They have been producing some reshells of blasters in like a DC Superheroes line, but I still say they're kind of dead. In fact, this is the newest thing we've gotten. The only other blaster new that they've announced is a blue version of the MA5 assault rifle. So yeah, they're still pretty much dead, but this is a blaster people have been wanting for quite some time, because when it comes to being able to, you know, field competitive blasters, pump action clip fed is kind of one of the most important things. And while we have had pump action clip fed blasters with things like the Mad Slammer, and technically things like, I don't know, the Stealth Ambush and stuff, they don't work all that well because they don't have triggers. This has a trigger, which is very good. So this is literally the first time BOOMco has had a pump-action trigger blaster that accepts clips, and wow, that's taken a long time to get to this point, and well, was it worth it? Yes, this is a very good blaster. There's no exception to that. It is exceedingly good, especially if you're a Halo fan, or you happen to be a shotgun fan like myself, then you are right at home. In the package, you get an 8-dart clip, one of them, and 16 of these red kind of weird darts that came with the Brute Spiker, and it advertises range up to 60 feet. Don't know why, that's kind of low in my opinion, but when it comes to the clip-fed blasters, they honestly haven't been that good in getting good ranges. And on the back, it doesn't really show us anything we didn't already know. Hilariously enough, the only point on this package it shows you the other side of the blaster, you know, the one with the big gaping hole in it, is like right here very, very briefly. That's it. Every other picture is from the optimal side of the blaster with no screw holes or anything like that. And of course it is, you know, showing off this smart stick targets, which it doesn't even give you. Once again, for $40 freaking dollars, you don't even get a piece of photo paper with a freaking grunt on it that you can stick your darts to. I do not understand that. I really don't. It can't cost them very much money to put a target in here, and since they advertise the smart stick gimmick and people would like the smart stick gimmick, well, they don't even know how it works or exists because you don't give them the darn target. Mattel, what are you doing? Also, all of these designations are weird to me. In fact, I know that's supposed to be like the MA5D, and that's supposed to be the M6, and now it's like the DMP70, the DXD58. I don't Halo, so I don't really know, but I already have this, and we're not that, so I'm a little confused, and this thing is still weird to me. But it's the UNSC M45D, if the skin Blaze of Glory, manufacturer Misraya Armory, because it's the human stuff. And, well, that's the box. There's not a whole lot there. Here is the actual blaster, and I've already opened this thing up, so there might be a little things here and there that you might notice, but just ignore those for the moment. And it is, well, rather compact. I mean, here's a here's it compared to a pulsator. So yeah, it's pretty compact, all things considered, and it's very, very comfortable. The grip is a little bit thin, however, it's very large and chunky, so it fits, especially this little indent right here, just grips your hand perfectly. This might be a little bit thinner, have some kind of finger grooves in it, but it works. And yeah, the pump grip is also very comfortable. It's not optimal. You can kind of slide your hand on and off of this thing, which can really hurt because there's some sharp edges like right here where you can really gash yourself if you're not paying attention. But it's good, and probably the best thing about this blaster is that when you're pumping it, it sounds awesome. It just sounds exceedingly awesome, and as you're feeding a clip through the actual blaster itself, this little door pops out the side to, well, feed the clip through, because it does feed the clip through horizontally, presumably done so you don't end up having, you know, clips that, you know, misfeed and stuff like that when you have problems with the Dynamag and whatnot. I know a lot of people have that against it, but honestly, I don't mind it. It actually makes it easier for me to reload, so I prefer that system anyway, and BOOMco's been doing it for quite some time. It is a little bit of a shame that if you wanted to run this thing as like a secondary, you can have the clip in there, but there's no way to have it flush. You're still gonna wind up with this kind of thing sticking out the side. Now, if it was holstered on your left or slung on your left, it won't bother you at all. If it's slung on your right-hand side, this is still pretty far forward on the blaster, so it might not bother you. And if you're running something like, say, I don't know, a 40 dart clip, well, that might get a little awkward. It's still not that bad, because then this would just rest against your thigh or something like that, but it's still a little awkward for some people. They prefer to have their clips kind of like that, but honestly, I don't feel it being a big deal. A bigger deal is the fact that this thing is mostly empty plastic. There's stuff here, and then all of this is empty. And that's kind of disappointing for a blaster like this. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot they could put in here, but they do give you, like, there's this little tiny front sight thing that comes in the package that really doesn't do anything but sit right there and look kind of cool. And then there's this little pop-up sight, which kind of looks ridiculous. It doesn't do anything again, but you can put that there, put that back down. And that's it. I mean, the color separation, if you actually look, the paint job on this thing is immaculate. It's really freaking nice, and I think that's where the $40 you have to pay for this blaster really comes from, because this is actually on both sides of the blasters, Hasbro. Pay attention. That's really good. I'm gonna laugh when people buy, like, the Boba Fett freaking Apollo or the Deadpool Cronoses, and they only have paint on one half the blaster. That would be really disappointing, and hopefully that's not what happens, because this is actually a really nice, like, even look at the color separation right here. That is just beautiful. They did a really good job painting this blaster to be, well, I assume accurate to the game, and then also the fact that it looks great. It could do with a little bit of a panel lining wash on these black parts, or the white parts back here. They should be blackened a little bit, but you can't really complain. For $40, it is a bit much, because spoilers, it's a pump action far shot. This thing, it's okay. It's gonna be slightly less than a Nerf Elite blaster in some cases, way less than things like the, I don't know, any of the Dart Zone blasters and stuff. It will be far under that. But it does have a very good slam fire. It's not to say the slam fire is smooth, but it has definite clicks, so it's really, really easy to feel it when you're pushing forward for it to fire, which makes it feel very, very good. And if you wanted to modify your blaster without actually modifying your blaster, you can just make yourself a sniper clip, and if you use a sniper clip, the performance is very, very good. With a very slight angle, you can exceed elite ranges, no problem whatsoever, and that is a very, very simple modification you could pull off. So honestly, there's a lot to love when it comes to this blaster. I think the $40 price tag is a bit much, but when you're getting essentially a replica and having both sides of the blaster painted, I can kind of see why they did that. I know a lot of people, again, have wanted a pump-action blaster that's clip-fed with a trigger from BOOMco, and now we finally get it, although it might be a bit late. If you're watching this video way far into the future, BOOMco might already be gone. As of right now, you can still get 40 dart clips off Amazon for like 10 bucks. So it's really not that hard to get into the BOOMco ecosystem if that's what you're going for. And I'm going to mod this thing. I already have it open. So pay attention to the mod guide for this thing. It's actually probably going to be up at the same time I upload this video, which then will have an actual comparison of how good this thing can fire. And if it can fire anything as good as a brake flip with K26 in it, then we're totally sold. Is it better than a brake flip? They're different blasters. Honestly, I like the brake flip because it's a little more compact. You can one-hand it if you choose, but if this thing outperforms it, I can't really defend that. So overall, Blaze of Glory, 40 bucks. Kind of came out of left field. Not a whole lot of people were expecting it. It was just kind of announced at San Diego Comic-Con, and then it came out. And honestly, it's something that BOOMco needed, and I'm glad they got this thing out before the entire line died. I guess at this point, really, all we need is that freaking double plunger tube sniper rifle that they had a patent put out for to actually be released. And then BOOMco can... well, I mean, we do need some kind of clip-fed flywheeler, too, and I don't even know how they would manage that. Probably with, like, some kind of snap-fire trigger where you pull it and there's a little burst of air that throws into the flywheels or something like that, which would actually be hell on your finger. But you get it. It's like, we finally got something we wanted. It's the send-off BOOMco kind of deserved, and I'm glad we finally have it. Let me know what you think about the BOOMco Blaze of Glory down in the comment section below. I'd love to get your feedback on this thing. Is this something that will make you get into BOOMco just before it goes away? I do know people have issues with the BOOMco darts. I will assure you that BOOMco darts are amazing. If you're playing in a stock or super stock setting, these are probably the best darts you could possibly hope for. They are exceedingly durable, they are very accurate, and actually I think the durability sells it all. I mean, 40 bucks for a clip and then 40 darts. Those 40 darts will last you a very long time as long as you can find them and pick them up. Unlike a foam dart, which like the second you fire it, it's useless. You're going to want to buy more, especially in a competitive setting, but I'm getting beyond myself. That is the BOOMco Blaze of Glory. This has been Walcom S7's Hands. Thank you very much for watching this video, and of course I hope to see you in an entirely different one, and normally I don't want to have to ask this kind of stuff, but of course the Dislike Bomber is back in all of his absolute douchey glory. So if you liked this video and you watched all the way to the end, please consider dropping a like for me to counteract that, because you know, if this video doesn't get dislike bombed, of course the mod video will, and pretty much every mod video I do from here on out, or any video that I have that does well at all, will get dislike bombed. So if you could show your support, I could really use it right now. That's basically all I have to say.